In Japan, I ain't do no playing, these red bottoms, I know Vans. And she telling all her friends, I might put them on the gram. Baby girl, what you doing? Where your man? 50,000 in Japan. I ain't do no playing, these red bottoms, I know Vans. And she telling all her friends, I might put them on the gram. Wait, baby, wait, hop up in this race. No, this not a date, this a cruise, but don't debate. Wait, it's getting late, think it's past 8. Took to my place, baby, be like some. Wait, call Jake. Think I need that. The face. I need to take a break. Wait, but don't be cool. Money stupid blue. Boyfriend is a fool. I'm trying to make you comfortable. Baby girl, what you doing? Where your man? I just 50,000 in Japan. I ain't do no playing. These red bottoms, I know Vans. And she telling all her friends, I might put them on the gram. Baby girl, what you doing? Where your man? I just 50,000 in Japan. I ain't do no playing. These red bottoms, I know Vans. And she telling all her friends, I might put them on the gram.
Yeah, I miss you, but I got no time for that. Yeah, I miss you, but I got no time for that.
It is NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams. Should be a terrific game here tonight. We're at Vivint Smart Home Arena in downtown Salt Lake City. Tonight, it'll be the Utah Jazz taking on the Philadelphia 76ers. The opening tip won by the Jazz as we get started in Salt Lake City. To Kelly Oubre. And counted at the rim.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Bledsoe. To Embiid. Nice pass to set things up.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
It's Jazz ball. To Gobert. Oubre. Nothing going here on that drive. Gets a look. Can't hit.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
Mitchell with the basketball. Down just a couple. To Kelly Oubre. And a putback slam.
Woo, that's nasty right there.
Bledsoe with it up top. Looking to make something happen. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
I like that. Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
To Gobert. Rudy Gobert. 2 for 2. That's what you want.
That's the kind of defense they're going to play on him all night. Even though he made that shot, he knows there's nothing easy about this game.
To Bledsoe. Beyond the arc for 3. Not there for Bledsoe. Defense all over him. Has a look. Missed it. He always has the green light, but the defense was ready. Conley. To Gobert. Scores from the post.
Man down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
Philadelphia with the basketball. To Tobias Harris. A lot of contact on that play. He plays through it and scores.
And did you see the lift on the shot? Did you see the ball release off the hand? To be able to have the concentration to finish with such a feathery touch in the midst of contact, that's something special to watch.
To Conley. Knocks it down off the step back.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
To Tobias Harris. Wide open look, won't go.
But if great shooters keep getting open looks, it's a matter of time before they start knocking them down. You have to start contesting some shots.
To Conley, tosses, flushes down the slam. Jay, no question, there's an unspoken bond there.
Just on the same wavelength. And how about this? Sometimes a bad pass is a great pass when you have somebody as athletic as that can catch that anywhere and slam it down.
To Conley. Had him going there for a second. Knocked loose. Wide open. Too easy. You can't give him that look.
Every NBA player has a superpower. His, obviously, is that depth perception, because that trajectory leads the ball to the net every time.
To Gobert. Conley. To Kelly Oubre. To Conley. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Eric Bledsoe. First couple didn't go. That one is true.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
Oubre to Conley. He had him there for a second. Knocked loose. Slams it home on the putback.
He's a relentless scorer. It doesn't matter if you stop him once. He's going to keep coming at you time and time again.
Sixers control it. To Embiid. With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
Tie ball game so far. Neither one of these teams really able to pull ahead. Might be time to put the bench players in the game, and let's see who could differentiate themselves.
We're accepting non-perishable food items for wholeness in our community. Our thanks go to those who have already participated in this community event.
Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor.
Substitutions.
Conley to Gobert. To Conley. Fires the three. Good contest on the three. Conley misses.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Utah with the possession. Conley to Kevin Huerter. Here comes the screen. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
Jazz pick it up.
It's early. Get a good quality shot here.
Conley to Kevin Huerter. From the painted area, won't go down. Joel Embiid. 3 for 3. That's a perfect start.
So you're just going to let him go coast to coast like that?
Conley into the front court. They can get a 2 for 1 if they play this right. Here comes the screen. Conley to Gobert. Had a good look there, but it's no good. Richardson to Embiid. And now he's going to shoot a few more as he's fouled going up for it.
It's still early, so no real impact on that call. But you know that they're going to call this one tight, so you might want to keep your hands out of his pocket.
first one goes down.
Good shot, good shot.
No back-to-back free throws here. He missed the second. A shot no good on the drive by Conley.
And one of the most underrated things in this game is quick lateral speed. Good job by utilizing that speed and taking away the lane.
The assist from number 0.
Long key from three-quarters court. That'll do it for the first quarter. The 76ers have the lead. Jay, one quarter down. Both sides getting a feel for where this game is going.
Both teams are trying to feel each other out, but I like the aggression that both teams established in the first quarter. This is the first quarter league. The way you play in the opening minutes really sets the tone for the rest of the game.
To Embiid. Joel Embiid. Oh, the defense has to adjust. He's 4 for 4 to start this one.
Old school equals high percentage.
Brunson to Embiid. Able to convert inside. Jazz will take a timeout as they'll talk things over here in the second quarter.
Just a quick reminder of today's ticket raffle. You have until the end of today's game to claim your prize at the customer service desk located in the intersection.
Conley to Joe Ingles. Conley. That's how you defend.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Brunson to Embiid. The jumper's off the mark. Nice follow-up on the dunk there.
Leadership's greatest values occur in between the lines and not necessarily in the box score. And that's the type of leader that Al Horford is. He's the first all-star free agent to choose Boston in decades. And let me tell you this, the legacy of greatness runs deep in the family. His father, Tito Horford, was the first Dominican basketball player to ever play in the league, which goes to show you why Al has such a great feel for the game.
Brunson to Embiid. Stevenson to Embiid. Ah, the monster stuff.
It's so amazing when you get a chance to see a player in his own space. It's almost as if the defense doesn't exist. He can go left, he can go right, he can attack. He's playing on that court by himself.
Conley to Joe Ingles. They'll get it down to Davis. The rebound belongs to the 76ers. Embiid. And he knocks it down. Jay, nice look right there.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Now whistle and a timeout for Utah as they'll take a moment to go over things here in the second quarter. Changes coming from both sides right now.
Subbing in for the 76ers, number 3.
To Kelly Oubre.
Right.
The rebound taken down by the Sixers.
Hey, switch, I got him.
Drive here, but the shot stays out. Nice pass to get things going.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
Number 0.
It's in the hands of Philadelphia. Stevenson to Brunson. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Can't force those. Stevenson misses. Oubre to Davis. The drive, right to the basket. Shot from in close, no good.
Defense, let's go.
Defensive foul.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Missed it at the line.
Hey, clear out. I got this.
Here comes the screen.
What's the screen left?
Al Horford with the block.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Off the mark. Nice touch around the basket with the tip.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
Jazz have the ball. To Kelly Oubre. Takes stock of the floor. Here comes the screen. Knocks down a tough shot. That was smothering defense.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Opposing coach is going to counter, make some changes of his own.
Number 22, Eric Bledsoe.
And the nice finish at the rim.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
To Gobert. That's no good. To Richardson. Embiid, top of the key. Count the basket, and it could have been more. No whistle.
Who's controlling the paint? The offense is controlling the paint right now. The defense needs to do a better job of making it more uncomfortable for those easy legs.
Hey, you know this is busted.
To Gobert. And scores.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
He throws it down. That has to feel deflating for the other side.
They've really came out and made a statement so far in this first half. Another powerful dunk, but another easy dunk. When are we going to see some defense?
Shot, box out.
Short jumper off the mark. To Embiid. Trying to cash in. Gets a look. Can't hit. Josh Richardson. He's 2 for 2 now.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
To Kelly Oubre. Oh, had him going there for a second. Can't connect from in close. Count it. No and one. There was some contact there.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way.
When you're outmatched talent-wise, you cannot get outworked. Get that ball back.
Donovan Mitchell with the rock. To Kelly Oubre. A very one-sided first half of basketball as we are at halftime. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando and hand it over to Jalen Rose for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
Thanks, Ed.
The 76ers have built a comfortable lead. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. These are the guys getting buckets for the Philadelphia 76ers. The Jazz have yet to appear after one half of basketball. There isn't enough time to get into all of their problems, but I'll tell you this, they need to try to get better. Have a look at the leading scorers. For the Utah Jazz,
Game traffic. Assists.
what you see on screen is how this team was able to gain its competitive advantage, doing what's necessary for the lead.
Player of the half.
Joel Embiid has already put together a pretty nice highlight reel for himself, and that's just after one half of basketball. He did a lot of scoring, and it probably won't stop anytime soon.
Who was cold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have off nights. Today has just been one of those nights for this guy. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Thanks for joining us for the halftime report. The second half is about to get started.
Sixers have the basketball. Bledsoe. The pass set it all up.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
Conley into the front court. Down a bundle. Joel Embiid. Tips it.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
To Richardson. Rudy Gobert. Able to recover with the block. Here's a chance from long range. Can't go down. Smothering defense. Across the timeline, it's Conley. His guys down big. Nothing going here on that drive. Can't miss those.
Watch that cutter.
To Embiid. 4-3. Rebound taken by Jerebko. Oubre to Conley. A lot of contact on that play. He plays through it and scores.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Full throttle right to the basket for the deuce.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
I got ball.
Free throws coming up.
Just because a team's winning doesn't mean the refs are going to put away the whistle. Play right all the way through.
Donovan Mitchell has got 2 shots coming. For his career, 80% at the line. And hits the first free throw. And fails to hit them both. Hits the first, misses the second. And the rebound taken down by the Jazz. Conley into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Has a chance. Wide open look, won't go.
Oh, I see how you're playing this chess match. That's what you keep doing defensively. Keep baiting him and luring him into shooting that jump shot. Exploit him.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
Oubre. Count the bucket for 2.
Big shout out to the athletic trainer for this team. It's obvious you've been doing all the preparation required of your team in the weight room in the offseason. Flex on them a little bit.
Knocks it down from mid-range.
We're watching a clinic right now. We're watching basketball one-on-one. Whoever this professor is, he needs to get paid top dollar.
Here comes the screen. To Conley. Josh Richardson snatching it out of the air.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Harris. To Bledsoe. For 3. That's off the side of the rim. No good. Nothing going here on that drive. A screen coming. Missed it. They weren't going to give that to him. From long range. Working the outside. Takes it right to the rim. A lot of contact there, but they say no foul.
Might have had an extra dribble or 2 there, but he got the shot he wanted.
To Kelly Oubre. Gobert. Knocked loose. Taken by the Sixers. Harris. To Bledsoe. Eric Bledsoe. He struggled just a little bit. 2 for 5.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
New blood coming in for both sides. 5 to shoot for Utah. To Joe Ingles. Lets it fly from long range. Tough shot for Joe Ingles. No good.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Great hustle. That's what you like to see. Donovan Mitchell with the rock. From the painted area, won't go down. Probing the defense to Embiid. Brunson to Embiid. He was smothered and still gets it to go down.
I remember my high school coach said one man can't beat 5. Well, I'm telling you right now, he lied. I'm watching it happen in person.
To Gobert. The Jazz with 4 on the shot clock. Shot for Gobert won't fall. To Embiid. Joe Ingles sends it away. That's out. Last touch by Joe Ingles. Looks like both teams are making substitutions. Stevenson. To Embiid. Has a look. With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
This is where I go back into player mode. If the dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
To Joe Ingles. He'll go to the foul line to shoot.
Okay, now we're on the home stretch, and you got a big lead. Don't let your opponent back in this game by giving up extra possessions.
Off the mark on the first free throw. Good recovery. Hits the second free throw.
Here we go.
Brunson to Stevenson. And a rim rocker. Joel Embiid.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat 5, but we're watching one man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
To Joe Ingles. Going to launch beyond the arc. Smothering D.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
And he knocks it down. Jay, as key a move as you'll find in the NBA.
And it is the new age triple threat. It does 2 things. Number 1, it creates distance in a hurry. Number 2, when you're stepping east to west while maintaining your dribble, which is the difference maker, it throws a defender off because now he's at your mercy and he's off balance.
And it just may be, Jay, the biggest threat late in the shot clock.
Especially if you add a hesitation to the move, or if you look at the rim, you'll most time have the defender jumping out of his shoes.
We wish defenders all the best in this game defending that. First one, count it. No good on the second. It's a 1 of 2 trip. Deep three at the buzzer. That ends the third quarter, and the 76ers have to be feeling good. It's Utah basketball as we begin the fourth quarter, and they have really not shown up tonight. This has been a very disappointing performance.
I mean, they've been outplayed in every facet of the game. Shooting, rebounding, even taking care of the ball. Even the managers of the opposing team are running out there faster to clean up the floor than their managers are.
A good defense by the Jazz as they come away with it.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Conley. Add 2 points to the board.
When I played, and I see guys do this all the time, when you shoot, the target isn't the basket. The target is actually before you even go into the shot. The target are your hands defensively. If your hands are down and you give me clear vision towards the bucket, that shot's definitely going up.
Utah ball. Conley to Kevin Huerter. Driving right to the basket. Won't go down. Embiid. And the basket good at the rim.
You know, it reminds me of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Mike Conley, not looking pretty. 3 for 10.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
To Embiid. Off the assist.
You know, Ed, I'm down with guys having 35, 40, maybe 50 points in the game. But the one thing you look for in a defensive end, when there's a huddle after a guy has dropped multiple buckets on you in a row, and everybody's quiet, nobody stands up and says, yo, I got him, I'm going to stop him, you're in a worrisome place for your team.
Here comes the screen. To Conley. Shot from in close, no good. To Tobias Harris. Fires the 3, buries the 3. He's too good to leave that open.
I know he's a volume shooter. I know defensively at times you have to take your lumps. Might be time to adjust the scouting report, though. Start denying him the ball.
Able to convert inside. Sixers call for time as they'll talk things over here in this fourth quarter. Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes.
Number 45, Donovan Mitchell.
Bledsoe. To the rim, lays it up and in.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Ed Davis to Kevin Huerter. They go down to Davis. Count the basket at the rim.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
Bledsoe with the basketball. His guys hold a commanding lead. Beyond the arc for 3. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
It's easy to get lost in the chaos of the game down the stretch, but great awareness by the shooter to get those toes right behind the three-point line.
Count it.
The defense needs to be in more of a stance and react better. A player with that kind of NBA talent level will get to the rim every time with moves like that.
Philadelphia with the basketball. To Embiid. Trying to cash in. Count the basket. He's feeling good. Defense has to get him out of his comfort zone.
And there's nothing more mentally intimidating for your opponent than when your own teammates are unselfish and make sure that you get the ball because they want you to drop 70 on them, maybe like Devin Booker did last year.
Joel Embiid. Jumper's good.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Tough shot and nearly a chance at a three-point play. No foul. Jazz will take a timeout as they'll make sure they're all on the same page here in the fourth quarter. Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. Joel Embiid with a piece. And he's fouled. Nice move that time, and he's going to the line for two.
Sometimes when you get up big, you get a little careless. But attention to detail through the end, that's how you avoid unnecessary fouls.
Donovan Mitchell at the line for two shots, shooting 50%, some yes, some no, in this contest. First free throw is good. So he hits the first, misses the second, and takes it away. Joel Embiid rejects it. Screen coming. Oh, he had it. To Richardson. Has a chance. Deep two there. Oh, ferocious slam inside. Jay, that's been the story this evening.
I mean, another one? Another dunk? Another easy possession? I mean, how demoralizing can this be for the team? Why am I the only one yelling? I don't see anybody on the bench yelling. I don't see anybody on the court even angry right now.
To Gobert. Joel Embiid. Huge block.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Big shout out to the athletic trainer for this team. It's obvious you've been doing all the preparation required of your team in the weight room in the offseason. Flex on them a little bit.
Oh, great pass, setting up the basket.
And a lot of passers usually have their head on a swivel, but ultimately, either you have a feel for the game or you don't.
To Gobert. Joel Embiid swats it. That's out. Last touch by Joel Embiid. Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes.
Entering the game for the Utah Jazz, number 10,
Cruises inside for two.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
To Embiid. Has a look. Embiid with a shot, no good. Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way.
You better get back on D. This thing is not over.
To Embiid. And a throwdown.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Rises for the slam.
You never want to leave anything to chance when you attack the rim. You finish strong every time you head home.
Utah's got it. Right down Broadway, 4-2.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
good through the contact. And going to the line for a chance at a three-point play.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number one, create contact, and number two, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
Embiid's free throw good. A three-point play. The Sixers extend the lead. Knock loose. Deep three at the buzzer. Hits the late three at the buzzer, but it's not going to be enough. This game is all over. The Sixers are victorious as they win this one in very convincing fashion. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen saying so long for now. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Hey everyone, it's Jalen Rose, and it's time for the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The 76ers could not have been more dominant in this game. They did it with blocks, and they did it with steals. More to the point, they did it with excellent defense. They committed to the grind and got rewarded as a result. Check out the leading scores for the Philadelphia 76ers. The Jazz seemed to give up on this game as it got more challenging. My advice for these guys is not to watch any TV tonight because it's not going to help them forget about this game. Everyone is going to be talking about this one. Here are the guys who put up the most points. For the Utah Jazz, see y'all next time.